Welcome to the Sleevy G Show. I'm your host with the most. My name is Gomez, and wow, today's date's a special date. Here's the reason why. We're gonna take it back to 2023 at this week, January 24th, where my first episode of Sleevy G Show had just aired, and we are celebrating the 1 year anniversary. Now, I could bring anybody back. I could have brought New Jersey celebrities. I could have brought anybody to come back and talk, but I actually brought back my buddy from Next Level Customs, Ryan. What is going on, man?
Man, not much, just staying busy. Thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it. And congrats on your episode, your anniversary episode.
Thank you so much. It's funny. I just feels like my 50th episode yesterday, but it was technically last year we did 50 episodes, and you were actually featured in our September episode, episode 37, if I remember correctly. I have a bad memory when it comes to this part. And you came on. We hooked up because I bought the shoes from you a couple of weeks prior to the show, having you on, and man, the connection between you and me has been amazing. Um, I look at it. It was episode 37. See, so if you want to hear
Yep.
more what we talked about in episode 37, check that out too. It's been a year. It's been a great year for both of us. You've gotten some new clientele this year.
Yep.
Um, we did an Instagram live actually in December, you and I, which actually ended up being kind of exciting for me, because while we had Bryce Scott come by, jump in the on the show and texting in with us, which
Right.
was really cool for me. For me, it was, and of course I did the easy celebrity, hey, hat switch here,
Yeah.
get him on, you know what I mean? Uh, I haven't heard from him yet, but I hope one day he'll, listen, he's got a family. I get it. You know what I mean? I'm in that same boat, so I know how it is.
Yeah.
And we actually had, we talked about a couple of things. I'm going to unblur my background because I don't want to have to blur out this because it's special to me. And Ryan did such a great job. So first of all, he does make his custom boxes, as you could see, right here. I got the custom box with my name on it here. So that's made special for us, for anybody. And here we go. Let's see. I did this again. I put it back in the bag because I don't want anybody really touching it. And we did the PS5 controller. And let me tell you, that was hot. People were texting me saying, "Where could I get one?" I'm like, "You gotta reach out, my boy Ryan. Hit him on the website. He did
Yep.
phenomenal." And again, the craftsmanship, what you've done, what you're doing, it's so admiring because not a lot, people who do it for, I don't know, I could say big time cash, but you're doing it for reasonable prices for people like us to reach out. And I can't thank you enough for you doing that too, man, because you
Absolutely.
you got some great stuff. I mean, I saw the baby New York Knicks shoes,
Yep.
which was amazing. I love those. I love, it's funny, and I'm gonna say it, I'm not an Eagles fan. Sorry about the Eagles, guys. I do apologize. Uh,
It's still
I,
fresh, man.
I know, I know, I know. I do apologize, guys. So please don't hurt me here in New Jersey. I do love, it was that Eagles Air Force Ones, the helmet with the eagle wings on the side
With
of
the
the
Kelly Green. Yeah.
yeah, the Kelly Green. That was really cool. I am not an Eagles fan, but I'll tell you, if I was buying those, I would rock those. Um,
For sure, man. Yeah.
it's just amazing what you do. Now it's kind of funny. Before I know we talked a little bit during last year. We always go back and forth. We always say hi, what's up, and everything. We always check up on each other. But I know you had the Miami Marlins. You had a little
Yeah.
project for them. How did that come out? I saw the shoes personally on your Instagram. I thought they looked great. And again, I'll do another hat slip here for them because we are talking the Marlins, and I'll put out the old school hat for them. But how was that project? How did that come involved with you guys getting involved with them?
Yeah, that was great. We were approached by a company called Maxip Telecom.
Mhm.
Essentially, they sell like tablets and things like that. But they work with the Brooklyn Nets, they work with the Miami Marlins, among some other companies, and they wanted to get the front office people, the people that they work with, some gifts.
Oh,
So they
nice.
reached out to me. They asked if that was possible. I'm like, of course. So yeah, I was able to. I think it was about 12 pairs of shoes that we ended up doing.
Wow.
So yeah, it was a lot. He reached out and it was I think it was like the 15th or 16th of December. He said, "Can you get them out by Christmas?" And I was like, "Yeah."
And I remember
So
because you took a half an hour break between them, because I remember before you jumped on Instagram Live, you're like, yeah, I need a break anyway. I was doing this
yeah, yeah,
project,
that's exactly what it was. Yeah,
and it was good because, dude, you've been pushing, like, I feel like overtime the last couple of months, man. You've
yeah,
been, I know people are reaching out to you. You're definitely the Philadelphia Phillies go-to guy. Now, I saw you added someone new from the Phillies family. Come on.
oh,
Uh, you're gonna be now. The cool thing is you mentioned this to me, and I think we did it. We talked about it live. Is you're going down to training camp in February. Now,
yep.
how awesome is that to begin with?
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, we actually first said February. We're actually going in March now. I think it's like March 8th to I want to say the 16th. I want to say it's the 16th. I know the game's on the 8th, but
Okay,
we got two pairs from four different Phillies right now. We're waiting on some other ones to come in. Bryson Stott texted me earlier. He said he actually was supposed to send them out a couple of days ago, but he didn't. But he reached out and he said sorry. He's going to send them out tomorrow. So,
okay.
but yeah,
See,
we added Weston Wilson. I was actually supposed to do a couple pairs from last year, but things get crazy at the end of the season and all, so it
mhm.
was hard to get there. But yeah, he already sent the cleats in, so we got two pairs going to him this year. So I got to go down to spring training, give it to him. So it's
So,
about that time of season. It's about that time
yeah,
of year.
and this is
So
definitely where I don't like bothering you, because I know you're going to be traveling a lot. You're going to be doing a lot this year, and I see you, and I can see it in your face, like you're excited. Well, I know baseball's your thing. First of all, we do have to let people know that baseball is you. You did play high school, you did play college, and you made a decision on what to do, and you've been doing it, and you've been making your shoes, man. Next
yeah,
level custom is like the next big thing coming out. I am a huge supporter. I'm definitely if when I could say the name, I do. Because it's not just because we have a good relationship. It's the quality of the material that you put out, man. It's
no, thank you.
unbelievable. The imagination you have. Guys, if you've not seen it, you gotta check out his Instagram. I mean, even before he got started with baseball players, before he started with Philly, you had some great horror shows. You had the
Yeah,
Halloween, you had the
yeah,
Friday the 13th, you know, uh horror movie sneakers that was being made before you even went to, almost like, I feel,
yeah,
big time, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's something that you can never forget, is your roots,
That's what I've been trying to do. I just tell myself just try to be better the next day. Like today, I was better than I was yesterday. So that's just like all I've been telling myself constantly. Just get better every single day, whether it's painting, whether it's posting on social media, whether it's sending DMs out to new athletes or whatever the case is. I just try to be better every single day.
Yeah, trust me, I've
And
been trying to send DMs to athletes everywhere. I'm trying to get anybody to come on.
yeah,
It's not,
it'll just happen. I'm
I
telling you, it'll
know,
just happen. Once you get one, then it's like it opens the floodgates. But
and I hope it. We were kind of hoping for Bryson to be on today, but we couldn't. I
I'll see
sent
if I
them.
can put a good word in. I'll see if I can
If
put a
you
good word in.
can,
Sure.
I would appreciate it. But you know what?
Mhm.
Even tell him we'll have you guys together, because
Yeah,
it would make sense for you to be there with him, and the relationship. You know what I mean? Because then that would be a great conversation, and I believe it. Listen, my day's coming sooner or later that I'm going to get somebody. You know what I mean? I'm waiting patiently. It's been a year, and you know what? Like you
mhm,
said, I feel that my shows have gotten better. My blogs are getting better.
mhm.
And that's what I love. And this is what we love to do. You and I, we like to please everybody.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
Now, baseball season's coming up. Now, we know football just ended for all of us. Listen, at least you guys made the playoffs. I did not. I ended up in, well, no, hold on. I did in a win against the Eagles in the last game of the year for us.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
something I'll take my Giants high hat. I did have the Eagles beating Tampa. Damn you, Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
I I respect Kelsey. I loved him. He was a true-hearted Philly guy. You know what I mean? He was
No doubt.
Philadelphia Eagles.
No doubt.
To hear that he officially retired as of today,
Mhm.
as of being a offensive lineman myself, not a center, but an old offensive lineman, to see him do what he has done as a center, as an Eagle, even to a brother, to a superstar girlfriend. Man, I feel bad for
Mhm.
him now, you know.
I know, right?
But he is, I think, listen, Philly has Rocky Balboa. Philly has the Flyers, the Eagles, the Phillies, the 76ers. You guys have a beautiful town. And I can say that, Harley, because I visit Philly tons of times. Um,
Yeah.
I love Philly. If New York or Boston were never my home, Philly would definitely be up there with being home for me because I love the city. The city's so great. Granted, I don't think I ever could become a Flyers fan. My roots are the Rangers, as
Yeah.
anybody can see in the background over here. The roots that I have are deep, but I'll tell you, if it's not New York or Boston, it would definitely be Philly. That would definitely be the third round for me, as a town to live in and support because it's the museums, the zoo, the town, the
Oh, it's
vibe.
great.
Everything is the vibe. Even my cousins used to live in Pottstown.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
so my cousins used to live out there, and anytime I went to PA, I was so stoked just because it's just a beautiful state. It's just
Oh, great. Yeah.
great vibes, great everything. But I am a little jealous you get to go down to spring training in March, even though it's March.
Yeah.
But
That's what we got. We got about a foot of snow up here. I cannot wait.
listen, I
That's
get
the
it.
only thing with the weather,
You
man.
might
The
have gotten a
weather.
foot of snow. I got about 4 inches of ice here.
Oh, yeah,
We had
I'll take this.
we had snow in the morning, so it was nice and fluffy this morning when I went to work. I come back this afternoon around I got home around 3:30 and then I waited for my wife. So about that time, I was like, "Oh, I'll take the snowblower. Hopefully it'll break some." Boy, that ice was hard as hell. I thought the blades were gonna break at one point, but it chopped it. It chopped the ice. But I don't blame you. I wouldn't mind going down to Florida for a week or
Yeah.
two of fun sun and Phillies, man.
Oh, I
Now,
can't wait.
you when you're going down to training camp with them, are you gonna hang out with the team, or are you with in the compound with the team, or how's that gonna go
Nah,
this year?
it'll yeah, it'll probably be more or less just like I think we're going to two games this year.
Okay.
Well, it's we're going to a Phillies game, and then Bailey Falter is with the Pirates now, so we're gonna go to their game. But it's only about like an hour away. Their complexes are about an
Oh,
hour
okay.
away, so we're gonna go to Philly, well, the Phillies stadium in Clearwater,
Hmm.
and deliver to those guys, and then the next game we'll go to the Pittsburgh. I don't remember where it is.
It's probably not that
I'm
far an
not sure.
hour. Not
It's about an
Clearwater.
hour south, I think, from
Yeah, so
Clearwater.
it's so oh, you go to Clearwater, why don't you say hi to Hulk Hogan too? So,
Yeah, I know, right? Right, yeah.
you see if you get him some custom shoes
That
right
would be
there.
cool. That's
That
some
I-
boots. That would be sick.
that would actually be kind of cool. I could actually see an Air Force One mustache in the front.
That would be dope.
You know what I mean? With his red on the swoop and the lip of
Yes,
the sneaker and the blonde in front. That would be
that would
cool.
be.
That would actually be kind of hot. Damn, I actually would pay for
I
that.
have. I have reached out to some wrestlers too. I've reached out to some wrestlers before, but they're pretty. There's an artist who kind of does stuff for them already. But you never know.
You
You
never
know,
know.
man. You never know.
I've emailed a couple of my favorite wrestlers. One of them being Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Him and The Rock and Triple H. Those are the three. Those were my three guys back in the day, and Undertaker too. You can never forget the Dead Man. But
Oh, for sure. That's well. I'm wearing one of my favorites right now, of course.
Kane,
Of course. course, got to go with man Kane, but
Oh man, can't see? It's kind of funny. I haven't watched wrestling in a while. For me, I feel like the era has changed.
for
Um,
sure,
a lot has
for sure.
changed. I mean, Vince McMahon is no longer the creative. I know Triple H is, but
Yep.
the rivalries when you had the Attitude Era, that was
Yep.
always fun. As soon as you hear the entrance of Monday Night Raw, and then you hear either Stone Cold, The Rock, or Triple H, or Vince McMahon's theme. You know what I mean? Right off the bat, and everyone goes crazy.
Yeah.
And
See, I didn't even grow up with it, and that's like iconic for me because my dad was a huge wrestling fan when I was like growing up. That's all I watched was like the old Attitude Era, like
Mhm.
Kane and Undertaker, and like that was like. See, I grew up in what they call it, ruthless aggression. I think it was the
Yeah,
ruthless
the
aggression.
Ruthless Aggression Era. Yeah.
That's what I grew up in, but I'm the same way. I haven't watched. I really, really haven't watched wrestling. Like when it comes on, like WrestleMania or like Royal Rumble, I'll watch those.
Watch it. Yeah, once in a while.
Very casual, but I've been trying to watch it more recently because WrestleMania is going to be in Philly in April, so I'm gonna try to
Ooh,
make it out.
okay.
So, but who knows? I'm weird with stuff like that, so
You're not the
we'll
only
see.
one who's weird like that. I'm the same way. Like, I mean, I've been to SummerSlam a couple times here in Jersey.
Oh, cool.
I did miss out WrestleMania, the last time they were here outside in the stadium.
Oh yeah,
But
MetLife, right? Is that
it was at MetLife. It was cold. It was crazy, and I said, as much as I would love to go, I'm not spending $400 for the ticket.
right? Right.
So you have to make some adult choices once in a while. And fortunately, that was my once in a while. Like I'm like, 400, stay cozy at home and watch it on pay-per-view for $50. I took the cheap way on that one.
Yeah, that's how it's hard for me because it's like Philly in April just and outside just doesn't sound pleasant to me. It really doesn't. It's gonna be very hit or miss weather-wise. But and you're right, tickets are crazy. But my one buddy, he's like a huge like wrestling fan, and my dad's a wrestling fan, my uncle. So I know I'm gonna end up going.
But that's still,
But
but
at
you're
least I can
going
say
with
I did it.
family. Yeah, but
Yeah,
you're
at
going
least I
with
can say I
family and friends, which is when you have a group like that, you're going to enjoy it. When you go
was
with somebody who doesn't enjoy it as much, it gets boring. You know
right.
what I mean? So for me, it's like that. Like I had guys who loved the show, but when we were growing up and when they went to live, they're like, "Oh, this is boring." I go, "Why? Because you're not hearing Jerry Lawler." I get it, but to see live action happening, you can't
Oh,
go
it's
wrong.
great.
You cannot go wrong. Um, I personally would love to go see another wrestling. It's been so long, but again, now I don't even know who the hell wrestles anymore. I
That's my problem. That's literally my problem. Like I'll try and I'm like, who is this guy? And everybody's like cheering and chanting and singing their theme song and all. And I'm like, I don't even know who some. I mean, I know some of them came back. Like Edge was back for a while, and like
Edge, yeah,
like
Edge was back. I know The
Randy
Rock came
Orton and
back.
stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, The Rock too. But it's like, yeah, I don't know who everybody is. Like
Oh,
it's
the
hard
old
for me.
guys now. I mean, like, oh God, what the hell was his name? He's married to Brie Bella now, or oh my God, what was
Oh, Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryant? That's it. I couldn't think of his name because I know he has a different name now in AEW.
Yeah, right,
He's
right.
wrestling over there, but it's like I actually miss him. I loved his attitude in WWE. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Some of the old wrestlers went to AEW now, and I'm like,
yeah,
I've watched a couple episodes of AEW, but I'm like, it's I know what they're trying to go after. It's like the old Raw, the old Attitude Era, but
exactly.
it's not working very well at AEW.
No,
Like
no,
Vince and Shane McMahon and Stephanie McMahon, I'll say all three of them, they were able to do something more than anybody has ever seen accomplished in years in wrestling. And they
sure,
took it to a whole new level in that early stage of the eras.
for
And
sure.
now it's just like, eh, eh, eh. I mean,
That's
I've shown my age on that note because it's it's not as fun as it used to be.
right.
You watch it once in a while, but now, the as we're getting into hockey, well, for me, it's now getting into hockey season since my
Me
season
too.
ended. Since my
Me
season
too.
ended a couple of weeks ago, I've been watching the Rangers. I mean, right now, I just saw the score. They're winning beating the Kraken 4-2. So, I try to go to these signings too that a friend of mine holds. He's like you, he's into the New York Rangers organization,
Oh,
and
okay, cool.
he
Yeah.
just had Capo Caco signed. A signing with Capo Caco live at Mustang Harry's in New York.
Oh,
This
that's
past
sick.
Tuesday. He's got Will Cooley coming soon, and then he's got the Fans Appreciation Day, or technically weekend. And then
Yeah.
he's got the bad boy of hockey, Sean Avery, to do a signing
On eight.
for.
I could. I was thinking that. That's exactly as soon as you said that, I knew it.
Yeah, he was him and Dan Carlisso were the bad boys, but Sean Avery was the worst. He was Mr.
Yeah.
Bad Boy besides Max Domi. Ty Domi, his dad. Sorry, Max, you're a respectable player, but Ty, his father was
Yeah.
he hit you with a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
Now, hope
That's he. John Avery just he said something about the I don't know if you heard about like the Flyer situation with their like prospect, and he got like
yeah.
he trashed Philadelphia. He trashed
Oh,
Philly on his
Tortorella
podcast.
too. He Tortorella opened his mouth too. He was like, "Who? I
Oh
don't even know
yeah,
who
for
the
sure.
hell I don't even know who the hell he
Right.
is." Well,
Oh,
dude,
he
here's
said he
your
didn't know
number.
the whole wall.
Yeah, is that he didn't know him from. You're talking about your top 10 pick from
Yeah.
last year, who just won the World Junior Championship and does
Right.
not want to be a Flyer. That's kind of
Yeah.
hard to swallow. You know what I mean? Like something must have happened. And now, don't get me wrong. Tortorella was a New York Ranger too. He
Mhm.
is a hard ass.
Oh, for sure.
But if he doesn't like you, you're not playing. And
Mhm.
that's something I didn't like about Torts. Listen,
Yeah.
defensively, he's a master. Well, I mean, he was a master with the Rangers. I mean, we blocked more shots than anybody when we almost went to the cup with him almost. Or no,
Mhm.
and Aline Vino too. But Torts doesn't push the right buttons either. He pushes the wrong
Right.
buttons, I think. And that's why I feel like listen, I'm not a Philly Flyers fan either, but the respect that they are a hard-nosed team. I mean, I grew up watching the Legion of Doom, Lindros,
Yeah.
LeClaire, all those guys. Um, I if they were going against the New Jersey Devils, I would root for the Flyers because I hate the Devils.
Right. Right.
If when you're talking who do I hate the most between New York, New Jersey, or the Islanders, I'll tell you right now, I hate the Islanders more than anything that there is. It's like my hatred for the Cowboys. It,
Exactly.
you, you know, the hatred is so pure. And if I got a Cowboy or an Islander here in the show, I would actually take it, but I would tell you you're flat out garbage.
Yeah, you have to.
I mean, listen, get ready to be bombed. You know what I mean? Like I will
Right.
take you, but the other thing is like some of these guys don't do this without some kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, hey, listen, I'm a small little podcaster. If someone
Right.
comes on who's famous, for me, I had 4 local New Jersey celebs. If Bryson, say, comes on, with you, of course, that's like a huge thing for me. And he could say, hey, guys, check out the show is just on. And maybe, just maybe, like, hey, you know, can we get his number or something? How do we get in contact? They might say that to you and say,
For
oh, yeah,
sure.
that's my boy. He'll hook you up. I
Yeah.
mean, like,
There's a couple people I think that would be interested, like that I know like outside of business, like personally.
mhm,
There's this one guy, his name's Nemo. Well, Nemo Bars. He's a rapper from Philly,
okay.
but he's turned like influencer now. I think he's like 20 some thousand on TikTok.
Oh,
Let
wow.
me see. And he is like you would get some good content out of that. Like
Oh,
he
I
is
bet. I
he
mean,
it's crazy because so I've known him since I was 16.
oh, wow. Okay.
He
So you've known it for a long time.
yeah, so we didn't even like it's so weird how it happened. My mom was like planning my 16th like a sweet 16 birthday party or
Mhm.
whatever. And I have a summer birthday. So it's like
It's
we
hard.
want to have like, a pool party, we want like outside everything. So my mom's like, what if we got like a rapper to come to the party and like rap for everyone? And I'm like, yeah, but who you gonna get? You know, most people like you got to spend a ton of money, whatever.
Yeah.
So my mom's, what is it? My mom's stepbrother's best friend is Nemo. But I didn't know, like I didn't even know him at the time, whatever. And she's like, "What do you think of this guy?" I started listening to his music a little bit. I'm like, "Yeah, I like him." One thing to another, he comes to the party to like rap, and oh my
Nice.
god, the stories I could tell you about Nemo, man, it was dope. And then ever since then, it was like he came to my district championship in high school. He's from Philly, and we were up in Bloomsburg at the time. So
Right.
he came all the way up to see the district championship, and we're out to eat, and he's like, "I want to coach a team." He said, "I don't
That's
know nothing about baseball, not a damn thing about baseball, but I just want to be a part of the team, like coach a team."
right.
And we played summer ball. He was the coach, and he came out, and
Oh,
he's
that's awesome.
hilarious. That would be a good episode.
That
You'd
would be
enjoy
a good
that one.
episode. We'll definitely talk that after the show. We'll definitely see if we can hook up,
Sure.
with him. Um, and I'll say, listen, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, it's helping out each other. You know what I mean? It's not, you know,
Absolutely, yeah.
I, listen, if we get Bryson, awesome. Don't get me wrong. That's gonna be a highlight. When, dude, you saw the smile on my face when he came in to listen to us
Right,
to talk. My face was like holy shit.
right.
Bryson. I'm like, this is dude, this is Philadelphia Philly legend right now. You know what I mean? It's for me, it's always huge because that means it's just somebody who's seen the show, seen supporting you as well, too. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And that's something I respect because, like myself, I'm not a big show, but I support and props for you because I'll tell you, the products you put out is amazing. I mean,
thank you, man.
people, you gotta definitely check out the Instagram because you got great stuff. It's just amazing your talents, right? You know what I mean? It's you're an amazing artist. You're an amazing person too, man. And
Thank you.
when people ask me like, "Oh, well, how did you meet up with him?" I go, "I didn't meet up with him. I just found him on Instagram, and I just started following him because I saw some of his shoes, and then I reached out to him. I said, "Hey, do what you do best. Make me a shoe." And you did. And no, and guys, if you've not seen the shoe, which I repeatedly have put on my Instagram, and he has too, just in case, I got it right here, guys. The wonderful Sleevey G custom shoe.
It's-
This is still probably people like all my friends like, how do I get this? I go, it's not. Listen, I didn't. You got to talk to Ryan from Next Levels. He can make whatever you want. It doesn't have to be like my shoe. Do what you
Right,
want to do. You know what I mean? Be original. Like I gave him my logo and I gave him Kurt. Just say, do what you do best. Surprise me.
right,
I gave you
right.
full
That's my
full
favorite
rights.
kind of. That's exactly my favorite kind of like customer. Just someone who's just like, because it's a little bit harder when someone's like, "This is like exactly what I want." Because when you're painting, sometimes obviously the mock-up
Mhm.
isn't going to be like exactly like what's on the shoe. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's hard to, like make sure you get every single thing a customer wants. Where they're when it's like a customer like you, where you're just like, just go crazy with it. That's my favorite because you could just whatever
Because
I'm thinking, whatever I just want to do, just
yeah.
and that's usually the ones that turn out the best.
And I tell you, everyone's when they saw the shoes, I still get compliments. Everyone's like, dude, those shoes are so I'm like, well, if you want something like that, reach out to my boy. That's what I tell everybody, especially at the barbershop, because that's where I do all the talking about you there too, at the barbershop. Because
Nice.
everybody, they all love Nike Airs. They got their Jordans. I'm like, dude, I think if you sent him a pair of Jordans, he could probably do something for you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I go,
absolutely.
I just like I said, I trusted you because I see the talent. You know, when
Right.
you know, when I saw some of the artwork, what got me to love it so much was the Friday the 13th shoe. Your Friday the
Yeah,
13th. That was just like seriously, but also the Phillies mascot, how you did that too, because you got the fur, you got
yeah,
everything, you know what I mean? It's amazing artwork. That's true art right there. And that's talent that no one can teach you. That's you doing your own,
yeah. A
making a
lot
name
of
for
trial
yourself.
and error. A lot of trial and error for sure.
Well, without a doubt. I mean, if you think about it, we, you know, you were up in New York in December, if I remember correctly, right before Christmas. You came out to the New York Knicks
Yeah,
game.
so that's a story in itself. Like I guess what was it, like 2 days before I was supposed to leave, uh, they had a COVID spike,
Yeah.
so they limited the amount of family passes.
Uh,
So they just said, when I come, so I think it was the 5th January, the Knicks played in Philly.
mhm.
So then we hooked up then instead of going to New
New
York.
York,
So
okay. But still, I mean that yeah, there was a COVID spike here in New York and New Jersey and
right.
RSV too. I mean, I got stuck with COVID in October, which was not fun.
Well,
Um,
yeah.
and actually a couple of people when I did the show, they're like, I hear me coughing like crazy. I'm like, still not over it. I still have a little bit of the the raspiness, but
Yep.
I feel great though. I will say that. But still having a New York Knicks player now, you know what I mean? Now you're talking New York Knicks up the turnpike for you.
Yep.
But even though he came down to Philly to play the 76ers, which is still cool, you got to meet up with him. You know, I mean, that's still it's amazing because the baby shoes that you did for the New York Knicks for that player was amazing. I loved it. I thought the colors were so cool.
Yeah,
And
I love doing the baby shoes because you could kind of color wise, of course, for like a child or a baby, you want to do like,
mhm.
they want to keep it Knicks colors, but I still wanted to like splatter as much color, different colors
Yeah,
as I could in it. But to stick with the basketball theme, they actually just came in today. I'm doing a pair for the Sixers mascot,
are you
Franklin.
really
Yeah,
nice?
so I'm hoping to do that before I go down for spring training, just so I can, because I know in the next couple of weeks, when people send stuff in, it's gonna be hard to like. So I got them today, so hopefully I could just get those out quick and go and deliver them and all that good stuff. But yeah, that was an interesting DM I got, so I'm
But
happy I got it for sure.
but that's an awesome DM to see. You know what I mean? I mean, even I know. I mean, you get my DMs. I'll just say what's up. You know what I mean? It's like the good thing. You know what I mean? I'm not. I just want to see how you're
Oh,
doing and hassling.
yeah, as soon as because I got like my personal account and then like the Next Level Customs account,
Mm.
so as soon as I see like Instagram and this is Next Level, even if it's like a DM, or I always get excited. So I
It's the
definitely
same thing with
appreciate
me.
it.
Like, you know, it's like I went to the Stone Pony on Sunday to go see a band
Yeah,
Raising
I
Arizona that's
saw that.
been twice on my show, and I'm like, oh, you know, I definitely got to go down and see them. And to finally get, I got to meet a couple of the members, and they recognized me pretty quickly. I got
Yeah,
that face, I guess. And but to see that I put it on live, and they loved the pictures. I took a couple pictures I sent to them, and you know, anybody who loves my stuff is huge. Like, here's a great one. There's a cafe that I go to now, kind of religiously, Kobita Cafe. Um, you know, that's my boy right there, Chef G. Um, been going there. It's a Cuban cafe because I'm half Cuban, and to get old school sandwiches like how it was made. Oh my God. So
yeah,
if you ever get up here to North Jersey, let me know because I'll take you there too. And
for sure.
you're gonna love it, man. It's the guy is a huge Wu-Tang Biggie guy. I gotta tell him to connect with you too. I gotta tell him that if you want shoes made for this place, connect with you. I gotta let him know because his 2 year anniversary is coming up this week, which is next well, yeah, the following week for me. So it's gonna be already past this, but he's got his 2 year anniversary. I'm actually going there because hey, to celebrate, say hi, and you know, he's got the food truck like in the movie Chef. He's got that food truck, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's amazing to see like him, you, even myself. My buddy Brian Colburn's got his other show himself grow. Like he has grown unbelievable. Like he's a true music guy, and this
mhm,
the entertainer that he has had in his show is unreal. They're first class and legitly guys who music that we listen to today, in the past, and then in the future.
that's
He for him that's his life. For me, this is me right here. This is what I love. You know what I mean?
right.
We don't need Puffy or Biggie would be nice to be in here if he was still rest in peace,
Yeah,
man. You know, but you know, hey, listen, I'm not a rap mogul. I'm not an MLB or NHLer or NFLer, but I am that small piece of guy that respects what you're doing, man.
For sure. Thank you, man. And that's the best piece, honestly. Like I just like genuine people. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I like to connect with you a lot, and Bryson, and just because guys are like more mainstream or popular or whatever it is,
Yeah,
they're still genuine guys. Like they're humans, you know what I mean? So that's why I just love doing this. Like especially in business, just like someone just came up to shoot like a commercial for me, and we've been like texting a ton, like, oh, let's do it, and it just never happened, and it finally happened. And he was cool, genuine. So I just love like genuinely
yeah.
interacting with people in business and just like
I think that's why we connected
more
so
people.
well too. You know what I mean? Even before we
Yeah,
even, excuse me, I apologize. That we went to brass tacks and I said, do what you do best and do it because I trust you. I didn't know you, but I trusted you because I saw the artwork, man, the genius
right.
of who you are. And if people don't give you that credit, they're retarded. Or I'm sorry, I should take that. They're dumb, not retarded. I should take that back. They're dumb because they should really appreciate the artwork. I know the Phillies do because I've seen the videos, man. You had Schmidt, you had Kruk, you got Bryson. You know, you got all these guys who respect you for who you are and
Right.
what you're doing. You're if anybody says that you have no talent, let me know because I like to smack them on the head because you are a very talented person, man. And I see you, like I said, like we talked in the Instagram live, and I said before, you're gonna go places that you're gonna be even bigger soon. And I have a feeling where you're gonna be doing not just the Phillies, not just the Eagles or the Flyers, but you're gonna be doing MLS. I see you doing up here up in North Jersey. I hope one day a giant comes to you and said, I want New York Giants shoes. Um, it's just amazing thing. And we love to see. I would love to see your name, boom, right there, because I would like. He's been on my show twice and live. You know what I mean? For me,
Oh,
and that's something I hope for you, Rod, because you're very talented, man, and it's so cool to see your talents, what you're doing.
no,
You
thank you.
know,
That means a lot. Seriously, thank you.
oh no, no problem. I mean, listen, no bullshit around, man. I've seen people talent. I see people come and go, like myself. You know, it was kind of funny. You know, everyone says, "Oh, after a year." When you're done, you're done. You know what I mean? But I still want to continue. I feel
Mhm.
like I'm not done yet. You know what I mean? Like I'm pushing on because there's something missing on this show. And it's not just to get a celebrity, not to get a sports,
Mhm.
but I think there's more people I can touch. And
For sure.
the more the merrier.
Absolutely.
You know, it's been a hell of a ride together. I mean, you've been doing this a little bit longer from, with your shoes and stuff, but for me, having a good relationship with you. We always talk about each other's shows. You know what I mean? New Year's Eve, you're out with your fiance, by the way.
Oh yeah.
And I just jumped on. I said, "Happy New Year, bud." And you even said, "Sleevey, Happy New Year's to you too." And that's just it's awesome to hear that. You know what I mean? Because you're responding. You see, you know, it was the only way I could say Happy New Year's. I wasn't going to text you that night, but when you were on, I'm like, "Oh, even better. He's live right
Yeah.
now. I'll just say
Right.
Happy New Year's because." It was a good night. I mean, my daughter was up. My 7-year-old daughter was up till midnight that night, man. New Year's Eve.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Let me tell you, the next day we were all cranky and tired, but
It's a
she
core
made it
memory
through.
though.
It's
Don't
a great
remember that.
memory. It's her first one. Now waiting for the other one to get a little bit older and he could do his first.
Right.
But it was funny when I was younger, New Year's Eve would still be party until 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you. This New Year's Eve, once 12:01 hit, I said, "Good night, sweetheart." I go, "Good night, sweetheart." Plunk, went right to bed.
At the time. Yeah. Yeah,
But
that's honestly because where I grew up is very small. There wasn't really things to do. So I really never went out or, for New Year's. But since we've lived up here in Harrisburg, because as soon as I graduated, we just got a place here.
mhm.
But that was the first time I really went out. And of course I don't know how to act. It's like we're in the streets, I don't know how to act. So
You're
yeah,
being you though. It doesn't matter. You're being you like me. It doesn't matter because we love you. You know what I
right,
mean? You're being yourself, genuine, just like I am. And it was
right.
funny seeing your fiance there. You're like act normal. I'm like he is acting normal. It was kind of funny. I was watching for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, That's how it was. My friends loved it. My fiance, not not
Oh,
so much.
I loved it because you know what's funny? The best part, I'll tell you this, watching that video, you were wishing people Happy New Year. You didn't even know who the hell they were.
Oh,
And
no, not a clue.
not a clue. And that's something I respect because that just shows who you are. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that's respectable. And that's what I think people need to realize too, like the respect factor. You know what I mean? Um,
Absolutely, yeah.
and again, it's an amazing feat of what you're doing, how you do it. You started your own business young. You had a choice. We talked about this in episode 37. You were playing college ball.
Right.
You were making sneakers during your college career of baseball. You know what I mean? And your coach said, "All right, you got to get it done. Got to go get it done. Miss practice here and there." You know what I mean? And that's respectable too. It's not like you were trying to. You're not trying to do a side hustle. You're trying to make money too to survive.
Yeah.
And look at you now. Your dad has helped you. Your fiance is definitely stuck with you now.
Yeah.
um,
For sure.
but and that's the amazing feat. The family's there. You know, um,
Definitely.
and that's what I love. What I see the support for you, man. And same thing here with my wife. She supports me when I do this. It's a big feat because the love of people it's hard.
Yeah.
Um, you know, you will know who you'll know who your best friends are. You know who they're going to be there, and you know
Oh,
who's going to support you at the end. And I've learned the hard ways, and I learned the bad ways and the good ways. But you know,
likewise.
and you know me, I'm will always be there to support you in any way I can. You know what I mean? Um, even though we haven't really met face to face, I feel like I've known you for a long time, and
Yeah, me
the
too.
the comfortability level that we have together is an amazing feat. And it just can't wait to see what you do this year, man. I am so excited for you this year. It's like it was kind of funny. I was talking to somebody Monday. I just said 2024, I believe, is finally going to be my year. And I said, there's a
Definitely.
few people are going to have a good 2024. And I said, and I know one person too. And I said, you actually,
Oh, thanks.
I feel like you're just going to blow up this year in a good way. Like your name is going to be up there. You know what I mean? I said if I ever get to go to an award show, I'd definitely be rocking the sneakers, and I'd be mentioning you like crazy if I ever went to one of the award shows because
Definitely, man.
I'd be rocking those shoes right away. You
Yeah.
know, that's an almost definite. But even posting it up, showing people what you're doing, people look at me like you're wearing those. I'm like, I wear them, but around the house, where they don't get dirty, or if I know I'm
Yeah.
going to like I did it for the Christmas party. My family's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I work there, clean,
Yeah.
nice and easy. I don't want it
I
dirty.
appreciate it, man, because some people I've been friends with my whole life, and they won't post nothing, they won't reshare. That's what you don't have to spend money to support a
No,
business or anything like whatever somebody's doing.
right.
You know what I mean? A post is free. Sharing it is free. Telling a friend is free. But yeah, that's why I always appreciate you helping us out.
Oh, you know what? It's mutual because you mentioned me on on a couple posts, even if it's not my product, you're like, hey, don't forget to check out my boy. When we did the controllers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You did actually, I think it was two, no, one PlayStation and two Xbox. It looks like if I remember correctly, or was it two
Something
plays?
like that. Yeah, two PlayStation, one Xbox, or one. It was something like that.
It was
Yeah.
something like that, but the Xbox one looked great too. You know what I mean? I just don't want people to realize it's just all PlayStation. It's only because I play PlayStation, folks, not he could do Xbox too. So please,
Right.
guys, look at his pictures. No, but the support, listen, I look at me, small business, I don't even say small business anymore. I'm gonna say kind of like a corporate for you now. You know what I mean? You're next
Yeah.
level, literally next
Yeah.
level customs, but your name is out there. People know who you are. when
Right. Yeah.
when I see anytime I see your videos, I'm like, oh man, what has he got now? You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I'm like, I want to see what's going up. And you know me, I hit almost every like that you post. I hit like because seeing the work is amazing, and I'm just like, wow. And I show the older people at work. I'm like, this kid is well, I don't say kid, I say a young adult. I go,
Yeah,
he's an amazing artist. I showed him, like I said, the Kelly Green, and people were like,
right,
I hate the Eagles, but I would actually wear that shoe
right. Yeah,
because it is a hot shoe. Again, I can't wait for this year for you. Um, got a big training camp coming up soon. We're jealous. you know, I wish I was going with you. That would be an exciting trip, but you're gonna have more fun than I am because I'll be working and you will be having fun with your job.
yeah, yeah. I'll have to have a drink for you though down there.
Yes, please do. I would definitely admire that big time. Um, Ryan, I can't believe it's been a year for me, and I know it's been a little sometime for you now. Now I gotta say is like we're getting close to the end of the night, and you know, I know everyone knows where to find you, but I still want you to let people know where can they find you and where can they buy these wonderful shoes and controllers from you.
Yeah, we're on it's Next Level Customs or Next Level Custom because somebody already has Next Level Customs. But anyway,
Uh,
Next Level Custom on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, anywhere where you have social media, we're on it. But also nextlevelcustoms.com. You can, there's like a place where you can send us a message. So that's where you can find us to get a pair. Just send us a DM and we'll get started for you.
And I'll tell you, if you're like me, let him do his thing. Just tell him what you're looking for and let him work on it. Because,
For
like
sure.
I said, the rendering, when you sent me the original rendering, I was like, that's so hot. But then when you did it on the shoe, I was still shocked. Until this day,
Yeah.
I'm still shocked how hot it is.
Yeah, that's why it's so hard because like I use a lot of these, like the I have a couple here, like the textured stencils kind
Yes.
of. Oh, so it's hard to show that on a mock-up because it's
Yeah.
so like, so that's why when someone's just like, just do it. It's a lot easier.
That is the greatest thing ever, man. Well, listen, I can't thank you enough for you being the big. For me, you're the celebrity today. Because you got the big names that you're dealing with the shoes. So for me, you're a celebrity. So I can't thank you for coming on tonight's show. It's the 1 year anniversary for Sleevey G. Kind of made sense to actually have you because you made some awesome stuff for me, and we get to show it off again. You know what I mean? Just because, dude, you're definitely up there with some of the greats already. When it comes to customizing shoes, and I can't wait to see you. Hopefully, one day we'll see you on in the show, in the World Series. Hopefully, Phillies get to the World Series, and you're on that field. I'll be like, there he is. I know him. You know what I mean? I hope they
Sure.
make it, as I am a Yankee fan, but I will support the Phillies. I will support Phillies. That's
Maybe it'll be Phillies Yankees. Who knows in the World Series? That'd be
Let me
nice.
tell you. Well, that would be nice. We got to see that a long time ago. I actually
Yeah.
would say
Don't,
this.
don't remind me.
Sorry, 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 sorry. But I will say this. If somehow the Yankees and the Phillies are in the World Series this year, I would literally wear my Yankee jersey with my Phillies hat in Philly. I might get booed, I might get cheered, I might get stuff thrown at me, but you know
A
what?
little bit of both.
But I'll be like, listen, I can do it because I'm Sleepy G, guys. I'm the one
Yep,
who this is my boy Ryan right here. That's how I'll do it. I'll sit right next to you.
absolutely,
But
absolutely.
Ryan, like I said, so much respect for you. I can't thank you for coming on again tonight. I know you're busy. I know you were working on something before you came on the show. I appreciate you taking the time out again, as usual, my friend. Thank you for letting people know where to find you and enjoy spring break.
I
Enjoy
definitely
the
will. Thank you for having me, man. I really appreciate you having me on for it. It's really an honor to be on for your 1 year. So thank you.
no, not a problem. And I appreciate you coming on, celebrating the 1 year with me and talking about some of the good stuff. And I can't wait to see what you got cooking up this year. Guys, like I said, check him out. Next Level Customs. Check it out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, anywhere. He's connected to my social media on top of it. Nothing but great things I could say about him. He's truly an honorable, respectable gentleman. And this is something where I love to work with. And, more shows can come out of this with Ryan. We might have a couple of shows where it might be some Phillies involved, hopefully. But if not, listen, he'll be back. We can come back for the summer, say, these are the hot shoes I got going on for the summer this year. You know, summer hot in the
Absolutely.
shoes. You know what I mean? We can represent some of that stuff this year. So we'll definitely get some stuff going. And guys, you want to check them out, hit them up because it's well worth it. And I'll bet you'll love them. And I bet you're gonna say it was made by me, or not me, but him actually.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, thank you tonight, Ryan. Again, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. God bless you, man. And how I always end my show. It's nothing but love, peace, and happiness. Thank you, and good night, everybody.